Alright guys, welcome back to the JVN on YouTube channel. I know it's been a while, just came back from vacation 2 weeks ago. Had the video ready for you guys last week. We had some difficulties getting that video up. But now here we are with the next video. Got the braces off. Teeth looking good. So basically this video I'm going to talk about why I quit trucking. And I made this video just to kind of talk a little bit more of what goes on in my Zoom calls. I have one-on-one Zoom calls for you guys that don't know. The link is going to be down in the description. I'm going to be talking basically what goes on during those calls, what happened before trucking, why I chose that industry, what difficulties I had going to school, and then the jobs I had before. I had some really old trucks that I was driving, night shifts. It was horrible. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and then talk about why I thought it was a good idea to quit trucking. And let's get straight to the video, guys. All right, guys, let's get straight to it. So basically, the most asked question I get on the Zoom calls is why I chose trucking and how I decided to go into agriculture. So basically, I got into trucking just to make a quick buck. As you guys know, wanted to make as much money as possible for my next business. So I decided to investigate what it's like being a construction worker, electrician, what's the earning potential there, welding, all those trades, and even trucking. Now, for those of you guys that are truck drivers, you guys know there's nothing like driving down the road and just enjoying the roads because it's beautiful. I love trucking. So basically I decided construction too long term. Welding is good, but like I said, guys, there's nothing like trucking. So I decided to go with trucking. As soon as I got that idea in my head, I started analyzing all the companies I would see locally. So I would see a lot of construction around my area, a lot of agriculture. So that's like the first tip I would give you guys. If you guys want to do this, start looking around, see what's local, because I didn't want to go out of town or do any long hauls. So like I said, number one was construction, then agriculture. Now I see a few flatbed work coming down from LA up north. So those are my top 3 picks. After that, I stopped working at Tesla after I saved around $20,000. Signed up for school and decided to go right into trucking right where the agriculture season started, which was in June. So I got my license right before that. I struggled a lot with the written test and the pre-trip. And the driving wasn't so hard because I didn't have a job, so I was going to school about 8 hours a day. So that was really fun. Like I said, the written test is really hard for me. But after that, I bought a truck at an auction. There was a 7-day period where you could pay it. And the auction was on a Saturday. I had my test for my license on a Monday. So I took a little risk there. If I didn't pass my license, just get blacklisted from the auction. So I ended up passing my license. I go to the insurance broker and they told me there was no way I could get insurance. I was too young and I had no experience. So that was the first hit I took, but not too bad. Like I said, it was right during agriculture season, so there was a lot of work there here in California. So as soon as I got denied, I looked for a job, and I got a job literally in 2 days of looking. And that job was night shift. I would haul melons there. I'll put some pictures of the truck I was driving. It was a really old Freightliner. But for some reason, I had a lot of fun because that was my first job when I was just driving. I was just used to warehouse work or at Tesla, which was a lot of brain work over there. So I really enjoyed that job. It was night shift. I would haul melons, set schedule, going at 3 and get off like at 4 in the morning, 7 in the morning, very long hours. So right there, I was averaging from $800 to $1,300 a week as my first trucking job because I did decide to get my license in agriculture. So as soon as that was over, I switched agriculture jobs. I went to the tomatoes. I found a broker just through word of mouth, talking to a lot of people around town. And I started hauling tomatoes, walnuts, and almonds. Now, I was driving a Mack truck, which was a beautiful truck. I learned that they're really good trucks with a lot of power. So I really enjoyed driving that truck. It was a good time. Made good relationships with the broker and learned a lot about how the agriculture business works here. So after that, I was talking to most of the agriculture owner-operators. They're saying, yeah, worst case scenario, we bring in like $60,000, $65,000 in the 4 months, take home $35,000, $40,000 after all your expenses. Of course, everyone's expenses are going to be different, but with that average, I decided agriculture was a pretty good choice. So after that, season ended, I got all the information I needed for agriculture. Then I decided to go into construction. So I started looking for jobs in the Bay Area, anything with like bottom dumps, the double trailers right there, or the Super 10s. I ended up finding a job doing Super 10s where we would haul asphalt, dirt, granite, gravel, all that good stuff. So That was one of the best jobs I've ever had. The Bay Area is beautiful. Every trip was like 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there. So it was very nice. And it was construction work. So you had construction hours that we were working. And when the construction sites were a little bit busy, guess what? As a truck driver, you get to sit down on the sidelines, wait 30, 40 minutes, socializing with all the people, and just having a good time. So I really enjoyed that work. I learned there that on average, they're bringing in about $1,200 a day with regular construction hours, working 10, 11 hours a day. Minimum there was 600 bucks a day because they had a minimum of 6 hours that they had to sign them off for. So I said, you know what, this is way better than agriculture. So I decided, you know what, I think I'm gonna get into this kind of trade. So I started looking a little bit more into it. Same thing right there. You make a relationship with the broker you find, get your truck. But the thing was, to get into there, the entry level cost for that was $80,000 to $130,000. You need a Super 10 trucks, the 10 wheelers, and like I said, those trucks are on the cheap side 80 grand to on the newer side of 130. So there was no way I was gonna get that much money. That's why I decided agriculture was gonna be the choice. Because for agriculture here in California, um, I'm not sure what it is, but they sell trucks at the auction that are only good for 1 year. Then after that year, you can no longer use them in California for some certain filter that you need to have. So a lot of people are buying trucks off the auction for 8, 10 grand, using it for the season, cashing in their 40 grand, and then just selling the truck. So they're making pretty good money like that. So the cost of entry for agriculture was a little bit lower. You don't need a trailer or nothing. That's why I decided to do that. But since I did enjoy a lot the Super 10 work, and I didn't show you guys none of that work, it was all agriculture. Let me know if you guys want me to do a vlog. Just share a little bit more information on how that works, because it was literally one of the best jobs I've ever had. But basically after that, that's when I became an owner operator, guys, and started making good money. That's how I was able to execute a good plan. Worked as a driver before, made a relationship with the broker. Broker told me, yes, I can get you in if you bring your own truck, but there's no guarantee because every season is different. We might need more truck drivers, we might need less. So that was a risk I took. Ended up being a good season because of COVID. They brought in drivers from everywhere. So it was a good season for me, but I can't say that every year is going to be the same. That's the thing about agriculture. Rain and the weather affects it differently every year. But with that being said, let's move on to why I quit trucking. So like I said, became owner operator, started learning a little bit more with I want to add this before I forget. The trucks I was driving in the Bay Area were Optimus Prime themed trucks, and they looked awesome. I'm gonna upload some pictures right now. They look great. They're like, we get so much attention. But yeah, let me get that out of the way. So after socializing a little bit with the owner operators, most of them said, you know what, we go hard. During agriculture, it's hard work. You know, we worked a lot of hours. So after this, we take like a 4-6 week break, go to Mexico or visit family, stay here for the holidays. And after that, we take it easy. We usually just go work as a driver for some of the brokers we talk to, make about $1,300 a week, take it easy, relax, work about 8 to 9 hours, and then we go back to it again in June. So that's what some of them did. The other guys do flatbed work or other stuff. But in general, most of them just worked as drivers to kind of just relax a little bit after doing the hard work during the season. So I said, all right, trucking, there's pretty good money. Most of the people here just go work regular jobs, making 1,300. So I decided to sell my truck, sold it for 27,000, got it for 28. Just made it, you know, quick sell right there. And I put 80,000 miles on it, so it was a great deal I got for the truck. So I'm gonna put $20,000 on the side, put the rest into opening my restaurant, which we couldn't find no location. So I think I'm gonna have to go with a food truck. And keeping those $20,000 on the side, I'm gonna put all I have into the food truck, see how that goes, test it out. During COVID right now in my area, there's a lot of delivery services that just ordering a lot of food. So that's what my focus is gonna be on. And worst case scenario, I have those 20 grand I could rely on and go right back into trucking when the season starts. So that's why it's a no-brainer for me. Just leave trucking like that, take this risk over here. Because worst thing happens, guys, I go right back into trucking in June and make a little cool money, cool off, and think what's next for me. But yeah, that's why next video, I am going to be talking about what's going on right now that I'm unemployed. What do I do during my days? Because I'm just trying to figure out different ways that I could create more money for myself since I've been home a lot and have all this time on my hands. So that's what the next video is going to be about. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm going to be more active on the comments. I know I haven't really been active on that, but I'm going to reply to your messages now. So let me know if you have any questions. If you guys follow me on Instagram at J_Vadim, I post daily there about what's going on in my day. But other than that, thank you guys for supporting the channel. Choked up a little bit there. Thank you guys for supporting the channel, and see you guys on the next video. Thank you.